Let's look at the nomenclature for alkynes. And in case of alkynes, alkynes of course have priority over alkane nomenclature. We'll see how it works out for alkenes. So if you have an alkyne in the middle, okay, like we have here in the first one, then we'll do the numbering from both sides, okay, and then see how it works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll try the numbering from the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, and in both cases the small number is 3, okay, so which means that 3 is just fine for us. And of course this is a 6-carbon structure, so this is going to be 3-hexyne. And if you want to be with the new nomenclature system, it will be hex 3-ine. Okay, so this is the new one, and you can follow either. For me, I'm fine with it, but know that you can have both of these nomenclatures given to you in an exam. So don't worry too much as to where it's coming from. Okay, let's look at the next one now. So here we have some branching going on, and we also have a triple bond. Always start from the triple bond. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The goal is still to find the longest chain, including the triple bond. Okay, so which means that in this case, this is going to be 2-hexyne. Okay, that's the base. And then on the 4th carbon, we have 2 methyl groups. Okay, so which means that the name is going to be 4,4-dimethyl hex 2-ine. And yes, that's the new nomenclature. The old one would be 4,4-dimethyl 2-hexyne. Okay, so that's how you would name this one. Now let's go on to the third one, and in the case of the third one, we actually have a double bond and a triple bond. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the numbering first, and we'll talk about how to name this. Okay, and so let's start from the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is if we go from the left. Now let's try to go from the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the point of interest over here is of course the alkene and the alkyne. Which one has a lower number? Alkene is 2, alkyne is also 2. Okay, so if both of them are 2, then which one do you take? Well, you take the alkene. Okay, so ene is bigger than ine. Okay, it has more priority because alphabetical. Okay, now if the double bond was on the 3rd carbon, then you would go with the ine, okay, because then numbering takes precedence, okay, in that case. But if both of them are on the same numbering, then you take ene as your priority, okay, over here. Okay, so which means that we are going to follow the red numbering, okay, over here. That's the one, that's the right one to follow. So in this case, what we have is, of course, we have the 4 fluoro. We also have 4 methyl, and then we have 5 and 6, right? So 5 and 6 is where the triple bond is, so we have a 5-ine. Okay, so now remember, because we are given ene the priority, it means we have to end also in ene. Okay, so this is going to be 7-ene. Okay, that's the ending that we're going to have, okay, for us. So now let's go ahead and start with the substituents first. So 4 fluoro, 4 methyl, and now our other substituent sort of is going to be the 5-ine. So then 5-ine, and then now we have to tell how many carbons we have in the base, and that is hept. 5-ine hept 2-ene. So here I had it wrong. This is supposed to be 2 over here. So 2-ene. Okay, so it's a pretty long name, and that's how you would do it if you had a double bond and a triple bond in there. Okay, so that's that. And let's see. All right, next one then. And here we have a triple bond in the middle again. So let's go ahead and see where we want to do the numbering from. So I'm looking at the long chains, and I've got some long chains from here on the top, and then something from here. So let's go ahead and number from the top, because both of them are ethyl groups, right? So that's what they look like. So I can number from either one, the top or bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now I'm going to start the numbering from the right hand side. That is my longest chain. Okay, but now for the numbering part as to how to assign the locant. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I could have gone down also. It's the same thing. All right. So 7 is my longest chain. Okay, which means this is going to be 7 ine. So excuse me, not 7. Why do I keep 7 9? Okay, and so okay, not 7 ine, it's going to be a heptine. Okay, that's really what I want to say. It's going to be a heptine. The location of the triple bond is going to be 3 and not 4. Okay, so the red one is going to give it a higher number, so we don't want that number, we want 3. So it's going to be 3 heptine. Okay, that's how it's going to go. Now let's go ahead and write out all our substituents that we have. So remember, the one that we are following is the purple one. Okay, so the one going on down below. So that's 2 chloro. What else do we have after 2 chloro? On the 5th carbon right here, we actually have 5 ethyl. We also have a 5 methyl. Okay, so there are 2 groups coming out, okay, on this side. So yeah, I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a messy structure. Okay, I can clean it up a little bit, but not a whole lot. Okay, because everything else is kind of circled and numbered. Okay, so now for the naming part. So I think this is written out exactly the way it is, but I will still write it out again. So 2 chloro, 5 ethyl, 5 methyl, hept, 3 ine. Okay, so that will be the long beautiful name for this compound. Sorry for the little mistakes over here. Okay, but that's how it is.